How do you see fandom now? Like, do you see it as something that's gone too far, or something that's gone not far enough, or like any opinion whatsoever?
I guess that's dependent on the actual individual person. I mean, some people go crazy and go to everything, all the conventions. They have all the posters, all the like the figurines or whatever they have for anything. But yeah, fandom for certain people can be quite low. But they're obviously still a fan. They just won't do all the other stuff that comes with it. I get like sort of me, I guess. But other people that go mad, and I think sometimes you can go a bit too far.
How far would you go to call yourself a fan? Like, would you go to a convention? Would you buy merchandise? Would you buy every single new upcoming edition of a game? Assassin's Creed, for example.
Yeah. I would go to conventions if I could. Like, if they weren't in like different countries and whatnot, then I would. But sort of.
Out of laziness, you don't want to go.
It's a bit too much to go to another country just for a couple of days, just to maybe see the newest version of your game.
Yeah.
You might as well wait till it comes in this country and you can just get it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to How to Nerd, the documentary that always asks the question, how to nerd. I'm going to talk to Joe Mudd about why people become attached to people that they'll probably never even meet.
So the way that you reacted, would you consider that to be normal as a fan of anything?
I would say yes. Like, if it was someone else with, say, a band that they really liked, or a TV show that they really liked, or a celebrity, say, kind of whole fascination with Paris Hilton and the Kardashians and stuff like that, I would consider it to be a normal reaction. But for a niche kind of thing, like where people like Paris Hilton and pop stars and Kim Kardashian and all of that kind of celebrity atmosphere, where people get really excited when they meet their favourite celebrity, it's the same thing, but in a different market. It's, I think, a good analogy for it is kind of what one person might conceive as stupid, another conceives it as brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of the same thing, it's just different people and different things that they get excited about.
So would you say that there is a point where it goes too far?
I think there is a point where not an obsession and something that you really like turns into but there's something that you really like turns into an obsession. And it's okay, it's healthy to have a minor obsession, but when it starts absorbing your life, such as I watched a documentary on the Ninja Turtles, which also I'm a big fan of.
So, saying that, how far do you think fandom can go, or how far do you think fandom is going? Is it over the top? Is it underappreciated? Is it any opinion? What do you think about fandom now compared to what you would think about it, say, 3 years ago?
Now, a lot of people are getting more into becoming fans of certain things. So you have a group of people that are fans of, say everyone likes one TV show, you have each character will have their own selective fans and they'll each have their own different merchandise, whereas a couple of years ago, if everyone liked one TV show, they'd all like this one same person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's widened out and everyone has different views and they're not afraid to like. People are still judgmental, but they're less judgmental than they sort of were, but then they're more as well. But people don't really care as much as they'll show who they actually do like, not just the main character.
So do you believe in hype?
Yeah, I do quite believe in hype, to be honest, because especially in the gaming community overall, or film or anything like that, it's just you see some trailers, you see some footage, and people go crazy. They're, oh my god, look at this new game, or look at this new film, or it can, and then sometimes, unfortunately, it can be quite overhyped, and the actual thing itself is quite bad. But hype, yeah, it's quite a massive thing, especially in promotion, promoting objects and games or films or whatever. It's quite overhyped, yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Final question then, do you believe in hype? Like, do you believe that a hype of a television show or like a hype of a video game? Do you believe that, does it work or doesn't it work, or does it lead to disappointment?
Well, The Crew, for example, this is one I was really hyped about.
Yeah.
The trailers looked amazing. The things you've heard about it, game conventions looked amazing, sounded amazing, looked amazing. Everything about it seemed amazing, and when I got it, it just disappointed me so much because what they said, the trailers showed everything. It does what it tells it said, like people said it did, or does, sorry. But the game is just not. If you're used to playing other car games, for example Forza, or if you play GTA, then the game, like the car mechanics in each game, has their own little twist, and it just certain things about the game you thought would be there. If they're not there, they're disappointing. And the hype kind of makes you, the added hype you had makes the disappointment even worse.
Final question then. Do you believe in the hype, like the concept of hype that's like, oh, like this movie, this production company released a trailer of a film, something like that. Do you believe that like people can be like hyped to a point where like they will instantly, no matter what, they will go out of their way to watch that film or play that game or read that magazine, anything?
I believe in it to a certain extent. I feel like the whole purpose of trailers and announcement is to get people excited to see their thing. Like with the Avengers trailer that recently came out, it's like that's to get people excited to watch it, even if it's just all the trailer has done its job of getting people excited to watch it. Like something like the Alien Clone Marines trailer they released, which none of it was in the actual game itself.
Yeah.
That was made to make people excited and buy it, and I think there should be a certain level of excitement that you get when you see a trailer or announcement or whatever it is they're doing to promote their thing, and you take it with, right, that still could change, it could still be awful, but if you've convinced yourself from one thing that it's going to be amazing and brilliant and the next best thing, to then it distorting your view of what it actually is, then that's when I think it can become quite dangerous.
So, considering what people have said and what people have done and what people would like to do in this documentary, they'd say that fandom can do more, but at the moment it's done enough to satisfy everyone. And also, when it comes to television shows and video games with a significant hype or age, that a fandom is to be expected, no matter what. Like, even if like the makers didn't even want it, it's gonna happen, and that is it. But some people would say that like maybe it's gone too far. Maybe that like people may need to just relax a little bit and just sit down and watch the show for it being a show.